Yippee! Alright. Good afternoon, fellow bikes. Uh, this is gonna be my hated, controversial, wonderful video on the scammers, man. The new generation of scammers. Wonderful, subpar pieces of shit. Everybody's got to make an honest buck, whether or not they think it's honest, whatever. This is my story. Like it, don't like it, this is what happened. I'm going to be leaving out, like, quite a bit of information just because of time, and the person who the profile got used, it's not her fault. She's actually a really cool woman. She's really cool. So, besides like all your regular typical like Apple cards, don't buy into that bullshit. There's always like, I'm on my period, I need medication, send me like $300. Like, come on now, man. Been married for 10 years. The BS just does not end. But this one originally didn't think started out as like a scam. I didn't meet them on a dating profile. I met them on a social app, and I am a man in my 42 years old, about to be 43 in June, and I met this girl on a social app, and I didn't want to date her, right? It was originally just a conversation. She was in Florida. She looked really hot because she's a redhead. I'm hardwired to love redheads, women in general. And she was really cool. And then getting to know this person for 8 months, from June 20th of 2025 all the way up until what would have been what was January 1st of this year, 2026, when she was supposed to be in Ohio, and obviously not. Otherwise, we'd be doing videos together. Turns out that I ended up giving this woman money, but the real fact of the matter is like, on the first, along with like growing a relationship with this woman, and I guess had a je ne sais quoi to it, it had an appeal. Like, this woman, I broke my own rule, man, and I fell in love with this girl, hoping for something that, I don't know, even prior to knowing who the real person was, I was literally like, this girl's like, way the fuck out of my league, oh my god. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. Only to get ghosted on the first, when I had bought a plane ticket for this person and their dogs to travel from Florida all the way. They were stopping in Chicago. They apparently ghosted me in Chicago, but once I actually downloaded a program to find this person through one picture that I had left, and coming to find out that, like, the moment I saw it, it showed like a list of like profiles that this woman had, and I thought, like, okay, Instagram shows up. I found her on Instagram. I had an Instagram account, so I go on there, and afternoon coffee. The first thing I see is content creator, and I'm like, fuck. And she's even more beautiful than what she showed me in pictures. And this is where I'm going to leave a lot of information out, because I've already come up with my conclusion about this woman and what she does, and she's not at fault. She has absolutely... I have to apologize to this woman. Her name is Autumn, and she runs her own line. Ginger Fever 89, and this girl is beautiful. She's amazing. She's really awesome to get to watch. They have a side project in cosplay, which I always am gonna approve of, because I love cosplay. I think everybody should do it, and that's just me personally, because it's fun. Wow, I just drew a real wild and crazy blank, and I'm not editing this at all. That is her domain, and her response, although mine was not appropriate, I should have not put her on blast in front of her people, which is why I apologize. I really do. That was wrong of me. And I hope if this woman ever does see this video, I don't think she will. I don't think she cares. I'm pretty sure it's one of those, like, who the fuck knows? Because this girl is way on a whole nother level with doing things that I just can't do, living a life that I can't live, and I'm pretty sure as far as her entire world goes, I'm probably not even like a speck on the radar, and probably never will be. So the unfortunate part is like, you know, seeing this individual who I, over the prior 8 months, fell in love with, and then being ghosted and dealing with, like, not being enough, not having enough, not being smart enough, not looking a certain way or being a certain way, and all the mental issues that came along with that, of not being enough, or, you know, instability at its finest, when dealing with being ghosted. And that was my first time being ghosted as well. So to all the wonderful people that do that, I'll probably do a whole nother video on, like, the mental health and being ghosted, because you're just fucking each other up doing that to other people. And quite honestly, I'd have to say, if you're not mentally capable enough of having a relationship or holding down conversations or even meeting people, you should probably not be doing it, because quite honestly, ghosting people hurts the other person pretty badly. The psychological warfare that goes on with ghosting somebody is absolutely terrible. This woman, which I don't know her real name, I just call her Autumn. I'm sure if she saw any of this, would probably call me a whole slew of things. Maybe. But it's not to put her down. It's not, nobody should go after this woman and call her anything. She's totally innocent in all of this. She had no idea who I was. Didn't even know I existed. Which, once again, broke me even further than what I already was. Because I'm like, oh man, I get to meet this really awesome redhead. And now, like, oh fuck. This is not going well at all. Horrible abort. So it's not her fault, and I do apologize, Autumn, for putting you on blast in front of all your friends. guys, don't go looking for love on the internet anymore. It's not even fucking worth it. The heartache, the trouble, the money, the bullshit, period. I guess sometime in April, I'm going to be trying this wonderful Cleveland speed dating scene, see how that works. Because meeting people in like the late 30s, early 40s is rough. That's when it's getting to a point now where you got to ask people for IDs, credentials, background checks. It's getting ridiculous. And of course now, along with like cosplay, people want to pretend to be other people. It's kind of sick, but whatever. Everybody's human, I guess. So this woman, I mean, I'm really gonna honestly say the backlash that I got for this was fucking terrible. I didn't necessarily enjoy the response that I got, although for her it was pretty typical. For her friends, it was absolutely a fucking nightmare. And this is why I'm no longer on social media at all, period, because of this. And she said, you know, of course, you got to report this to the FBI. And I'm like, no, no. I will not report jack shit to the feds. I'll take this matter into my own hands. I know how to deal with this. And as of right now, it's turned into one of those matters that, excuse me, since I am not as in love with this person anymore because I had to separate myself from that entire thing, I just am on the verge of not giving a shit at all anymore. She is who she is. I was going to do a whole nother video on her cosplay and everything else that I saw from what I do see, because genuinely she is a really sweet woman. She's very nice. And if anything, I would like anybody who sees this, if you're going to go and follow her after this, to please be kind and treat her with respect, because she is a very wonderful woman. And after seeing everything that I saw and, like, you know, looking at her profile, and I'm like, oh, content creator, fuck, son of a bitch. And she's married, and from what I see, her life is way so much better than if I had been a part of it. So I'm kind of just like, well, maybe it is for the best, and I don't, because I just would rather heal and move on from this point out. So, that's what I'm doing, is I'm going to heal from this event, something that happened almost a year ago, and not only do I not have the girl, it's more of like a fucking ego disaster, and like what would be PR nightmare on top of, like, now granted, there are the cool parts is, since I'm in recovery, I stayed sober through the entire thing. None of this caused me to lose anything as far as my focus on what I'm really doing in my life. That's a plus. Actually, that's the win right there. The other one is, I don't know. If anything, I'd have to tell her thank you, whoever this real person is. But as time goes on and I finish building HK and we get our program unleashed, I will eventually find the original woman that I was talking to. Eventually. As for Autumn over at Ginger Fever 89, my apologies. I am truly sorry for everything. And keep doing what you're doing, man. It's cool. I love seeing the Death Claw. That was cool as fuck. I've never met you in person. I doubt I ever will. Even though, like, prior to all of this, before you didn't know me, or whoever the fuck it was that didn't know me, I was pretty adamant in moving as far as, like, I don't really care for Ohio. This was kind of like a thing between me and that other person. I was like, I would have loved to have came to Florida. I haven't seen the sunshine in forever. And also my, I wouldn't call him nemesis, but, you know, he's definitely a contester as far as my business goes, because he's already got businesses, and I plan on, it's kind of like, you know, parking a Burger King right next to a McDonald's, and just going from there. Like, this is how I plan on making my way. When I start putting together more of my businesses and creating everything that I need to for where I want to go. They do this really awesome thing called the Fallout Experience. I haven't really looked into it, but I love the Fallout series. Later on, when I get HK up and running, and we do this on Discord, I'll actually be able to show everybody how you go about modding the game and taking, like, it's really pretty cool to be able to take this game and turn it into, the engineers at Bethesda would be pissed, but also pretty happy that you get to, like, add your own spin on their game, considering Bethesda has hundreds of employees that work in software development and engineering, and as far as game production and software engineering. It's all these wonderful, cool things that I can take all their creative parts as a whole and turn it into a game that is either a little bit more difficult, a little bit more robust, change the dialect a little bit, even though for the most part I love New Vegas for its wonderful, awesome features. And getting way the fuck off topic. Scammers. Anyhow, guys, I am so tired of seeing other men get hurt like this, because this hurt me, and I really pride myself on not letting other people infiltrate my core to the point of where I am suffering due to another human being, and I let it happen. And this goes the same for women, I guess. I mean, guys are pretending to be girls and girls are pretending to be guys. Everybody's out suckering each other off of the one real true emotion that is natural to us all, and that's love. Apparently there is no love for one another anymore, and this part of the world is obsolete, and the generations that are coming up behind me are getting scarier. Like, horrifyingly scary. Because it's like there's nobody there. I'll do another video on this probably within a week, because it'll touch up on, you know, there will be a time after I get HK up and running that, you know, I might just take an afternoon and put it on the screen and be able to show other people. My entire world revolves around not trying to hurt or step on anybody's toes or anything like that. My entire mission is to help another human being. But the ones that bully other people or hurt them deliberately out of chaos and madness are the ones that I really just don't care for, I know they exist, and that's unfortunate. But eventually, you get to a point where you just want to, like, every once in a while do something about it, but there's really, without breaking too many laws, not much I can do about it. I'll do another one on this next week, and I'll probably touch up on more cosplay stuff, even though I'm at the point now in my life, being a single dad and looking and working and trying to do everything that I need to do to be able to survive in this world without a big orange idiot monster making gas beyond an arm and a leg, along with like groceries and rent, which apparently are like the three big things now in the world. Is gas, it's expensive as shit to power the car, food, and it's a weird world we live in. And I really honestly a lot of times don't feel like I like fit any more of the mold or really actually belong here. I'm pretty sure I was meant to be in another time zone, like somewhere else, because I don't know. I always feel like the outcast, or not the one that really belongs here, because I just don't necessarily fit in or whatever. But anyway, it's one foot in front of the other, right? So once again, along with this video, for whoever gets to see it, don't be a dick to this woman. She is a real amazing, beautiful woman. Her name is Autumn, over at Ginger Fever 89. For anybody who likes redheads, see what I mean. And unfortunately, that dream gets to go into the fucking bin with all the other ones that are on fire and lost causes. But you never know until you try, right? You gotta at least try. So until probably next weekend, my friends, one day at a time, just keep on keeping on, and fuck it. See you guys next week.